What up, YouTube family? I'm back. It's your boy, Jonathan Evans. Listen, we're going to talk today about how to win. We all want to win. It's 2022. Let's win together. Let's get it. All right, now listen, everybody has a desire to win. Everybody wants to go to the next level. Everybody wants to play at the highest level. Everybody wants the Super Bowl. Everybody wants the championship. Everybody has this desire for their goals to be reached, for the finances to be there, for them to make sure that they have their family unit, they got their marriage, they got all of these things that are at top notch. And everybody has that desire. But my question is this: does your environment match your desire? Most people have a desire, but they don't have the surroundings and they don't have the environment to match it. And a lot of times what I've noticed in life is that the environment that you're in will win. The environment that you're in actually will trump the desire, because if your environment is bad, but your desire is high, your environment will be so non-conducive to that desire and where you want to go that it will be a hindrance and a headwind to where you're headed. So I want to make sure that you understand most people's desires don't match, and most people's environments don't match. Their desires and their environments are in two different places, and they're fighting headwinds trying to get to where they're going. So I want you to think about that. I want you to think about, in your life, what about your environment? What about your surroundings? What about your friends? What about your people? What about the things that you have in your life, the places that you go and the people that you're with? Do they match the desire you have? I got so many people in my life that have a desire to be a godly man or woman, that have a desire to have a godly marriage, that have a desire to have a business, they have a desire to have righteousness live in them and through them in their life. And then I go straight to their environment. I want to look and see if your environment matches that desire, because as the Bible says, as a man or woman thinketh in their heart, so they will be. And your environment a lot of times is what embeds things into your subconscious. I remember when I used to tell my parents, I don't really listen to the music, I just like the beat. You know, I used to tell my parents that kind of stuff so I can listen to what I wanted to. The whole time I was mouthing the words, but I was telling them I was just listening to the beat. Because what I didn't realize as a young man is that that thing that I was putting in my ear, those lines, those words, that beat that I was putting on my head, on my ears, was getting embedded into my spirit to where it was being mouthed and I didn't even know it, because the environment had such an effect on what was being embedded in my subconscious. And I ended up being and becoming some of those things that I never thought that I would be and become, because the environment is polarizing and the environment is a negative impact to your desire. You have a desire to win in 2022? Let me take you to Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. Since we have such a great cloud of witnesses surrounding us, let us lay aside every encumbrance and sin that so easily entangles us, so you can run the race that has been put before us. So say it backwards. There's a race that has been put before us, for you. So lay aside every sin and every encumbrance that so easily entangles you, since you have such a great cloud of witnesses surrounding you. Therefore, your race, you being able to lay aside the distractions and lay aside the infractions in your life, have everything to do with the great cloud of witnesses surrounding you. You want a great marriage? Who are the people that are surrounding you that are married? Do they have a great marriage? Can they pour into your life in a positive way versus a negative? You want a great, successful business? Who are the people you're surrounding yourself with? You want a great and successful faith? Who are the people that are surrounding yourself with? You want to be a great man? You want to be a great husband? You want to be a great father? Then who are the people that you're surrounding yourself with? And a lot of times, the men who are saying they want to be a great man, the men who are saying they want to be a great father and a great husband, are hanging out with the boys at the strip club. A lot of times, the men who are saying they want to be a great man, want to be a great father, want to be a great husband, are hanging out with the men just drinking and talking about different women and all of these different things, and their environment doesn't match. You want to be a great wife? Well, a lot of times, those women will be hanging out with women who are talking down on their husband instead of uplifting their husband. And then you just end up joining the conversation, putting your business all out in the street. And then you start thinking based on the conversation that you're having, and you don't even realize that you're bringing that thought pattern into your house, which really is bringing it into your legacy. It's bringing it into your heritage. Your kids can see it. They get involved with it. They can see that there's dissension, and they build the dissension in their heart that grooms them as they move forward. It is a perpetual process that people don't even realize as they have dreams and visions in 2022 to go to the next level, to win. They don't even realize that their environment is breaking their goals, that their environment is a hindrance. Listen, I always say it this way. If you want your desire to become your destiny, then you don't need to have an environment that is your hindrance. Listen, your environment matched with your desire can become your destiny. And a lot of people ignore the environment. Listen, this is something that you want to pay close attention to. When I was in college, I had to make that decision. And everything changed when I went and sought accountability. I looked at myself in the mirror and was like, man, who are you? I was living a life doing things that I know I was never taught to do. I had goals, I had dreams, I wanted to be this type of man. I was taught this way by my dad and my mom, but my environment didn't match, and it got into my subconscious. And so a man thinks in his heart, so he will be. Not so he might be, so he will be. Because what is in your subconscious will come out of you, and that comes from your environment. So I sought out the relationships. I wasn't passive about it. A lot of people have aggressive dreams, aggressive goals, aggressive legacy visions, but they have a passivity when it comes to their environment. They're not aggressive about their environment, they're just aggressive about their goals. And then they don't never ever realize their goals because of how passive they were about their environment. Listen, your environment is something that you want to seek. It's something that you want to go after. It's where you want to find people that think like you, that walk like you, that talk like you, or even the way you want to be. And you want to find those study groups, those Bible studies. You want to find that church, those people, those men, those women that are not in the relationships that are failing, but they're in the relationships that are succeeding, and will call you out because they want you to have your dream in 2022 and beyond. They want you to experience it, and they are your team. How hard is it to score if the people in the huddle aren't on the same page? How hard is it to score if you got a team, but it's not a great team? Every team comes to the league, every team comes into the season wanting to win the Super Bowl. But if it's not a good team, that desire is nullified by the team that they have. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you have this desire if you don't have a great team. What I'm telling you is what they tell every organization, every business, every corporation, that team building and having the right team and having the right people on your side is not to be ignored. Don't be aggressive with your dreams and aggressive with your goals, and be so excited when you get married and when you have your first child and when you have all of those things that happen in your life. You know, those pivotal moments that you're excited about because they put you in a position where you can see down the line. Like getting married on your wedding day, you can see down the line. So you're excited. Your child, you can see like 13, 16, 21 being at their wedding. Like you get excited about this new life. And a lot of us are excited about this new year. 2022, you're excited. But does your environment match what you're excited about? Did you get married and find the right people? Did you start the career in real estate or whatever it is, and did you find those people? You want to be surrounded by the right people as a single so that you can have your mind right to be prepared for where God has taken you and the relationships that He has for you. Where do you want to go? What are you saying to yourself in 2022? I love the desire, and I love the aggression behind the desire. All I'm saying is the how-to for today is to make sure you're not aggressive about a desire and a dream, but passive about your environment, because it'll mess it all up, and it'll mess it all up with the quickness. Hebrews 12:1, since we have such a great cloud of witnesses surrounding us, you know, all of the people in Hebrews 11 that are named, by faith, Abel offered a better sacrifice than Cain. Verse 4, by faith, Enoch was caught up. Verse 5, by faith. Verse 7, Noah built an ark. By faith, Abraham, even he didn't know where he was going, and he still obeyed God. And in verse 8, by faith, Sarah conceived even though she was barren. So it lists all these people who had faith. And then it comes to Hebrews chapter 12 and says, since you have such a great cloud of witnesses, people who have faith in your corner. What are you looking for? Faith. You're looking for people who act like it is so, even when it's not so that it might be so, simply because God said so. Those are the people that you're looking for. That's how you win. That's how you make sure that you're headed in the direction of the accomplishment of your desires, because your environment is full of faith. Finally, fix your eyes on Jesus, because He's the greatest of all those witnesses, and He's already given you victory. So you want to find His people. So through them, you can continue to seek Him and experience everything He has for your 2022 and beyond. So let's go get it. Listen, be steadfast, unmovable, always abound in the work of the Lord, and know that it will not go in vain. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe so other people can hear this message and we can all do well together. Until next time, it's your boy J.E. Let's go.